fans, welcome into the Around the Horns podcast. It's your boy Tristan, your main man Mario, and Brews Day Tuesday in full effect once again. But this time, Mario, we're staying at home. We're not coming back from no Podunk, Wyoming town. We stayed right here at the PIA and Event Center and had two hell of a hockey games. How'd you feel this last weekend, man?
From start to finish, great until that final moment in the shootout, but we'll get into that more later. But we had a fun-filled weekend. Hockey back, regular season hockey back in Pueblo, Colorado. Bulls on parade. Our first two seventh man celebrating. We threw peanuts in the stands. We threw stale rolls in the stands. You name it, we did it all this past week, Tristan.
Yeah, and we did pick up 3 points against the division rival. And to talk a little bit more about that tonight, Bulls fans, can we get some love for our Period 1 guest, head coach Chris Wilhite?
Your whole family's here tonight.
Coach, welcome back. Same time, same place as last week, but this time we're talking about a really doggone good weekend of hockey. Friday night. Just about everything you could want in a home opener game. Talk about the atmosphere, the play on the ice, the end result. I mean, what's not to love about Friday night's game?
Yeah, I mean, the whole weekend was awesome. Friday night was awesome. Had to battle the Bell game that night, and Pueblo still showed out. They still were there. They still filled the building, and we got them 2 points. It was an exciting night. MJ dropping the gloves, got the boys in the crowd into it, and it was definitely a good one. And so for us, at the end of the day, you got 2 points. These guys got a little bit of junior hockey under their belt in Bulls country, and I thought overall it was a really good night for us.
I want to talk just a second more about Friday before we move on to Saturday. But Mario and I now are not only in a battle for the coolest connection in Pueblo, but a trademark battle for the Jimmy to Jimmy connection, because holy cow, Monks to Z and Z to Monks is a killer duo for you. Doesn't hurt that you've got the captain on the line with them, kind of just bringing it all home. That settled in really nicely this weekend, and it's a hell of a line of hockey. Exciting to watch. You talked about the D-man all offseason, and you may have sold your forward unit a little short. Pretty explosive.
Yeah, they were studs. They definitely have a connection. When you add the captain in between them, it's a really good line. They play fast, they play hard. One thing that we can count on them is they're going to compete for 60 minutes. So they set the tempo for our team, and they're going to be a big line that we rely on all year. But you can't deny it anymore. They definitely have a connection. They seem to find each other well on the ice, and that is a line that you're going to rely on all year to put in the back of the net, right? They got to score. They got to do their thing. And when you have three players that have played 3 years of junior now, it's not pressure for them anymore. It's an opportunity for them to take it, and the time is now. Everybody looks at them to do their job, and as long as they do their job, I think we're going to win.
Moving ahead to Saturday night. Again, a great game from start to finish. Going into the OT, I think in a weird way, I think we wanted a little bit of OT. We want to drag on just the excitement and the momentum from previous night as well. But lose a heartbreaker in a shootout, which, I don't know, I haven't gone back and looked at the tape, but from where I was standing, it looked like it kind of trickled in. It was a close call. But with that being said, having that kind of loss in OT, still gaining a point, but what is it from a coaching perspective, do you say to these guys to get them refocused for the upcoming games?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the whole weekend, you came out with 3 points. If you come out of every weekend with 3 or 4 points, you're probably going to be top of the division. So to sit there and harp on a shootout loss, does it suck that we lost a game at home and didn't get that extra point? Absolutely. The fans want you to win. We want to win. But you still got to remember this is our 3rd game of the season. For 85% of our team, it was their 3rd junior game ever. So there was a lot of learning. Honestly, it was a good learning that when we work on, you go into these one-on-nos on the goalies every practice, right? You end a practice with a shootout or some sort of fun. Yes, it is fun, but at the same time, at our level, there are shootouts. So, one, I'm looking for guys that if they're going to consistently score in a shootout or a breakaway in practice. But it's also getting their confidence up with our goalie and our shooters that when the time comes, they're ready to go. I think, honestly, I thought we had good opportunities in every shot that we took in the shootout. Is it a bummer that we didn't score? Yeah, it sucks, right? But it's not like they went down and lost the puck and dumped it at a corner. So I thought it was a really good game. Definitely a lot of learning points out of it. A lot of film that we can build off on this week that we're going to do tomorrow morning, and that's what it's got to be, right? You got to take the game, win or lose, and you got to learn from it. And at this time of the season, yes, you want to win 52 games. You want to go 52-0, whatever it is. But the reality is this game of hockey, it's the hardest sport in the world, and it is for a reason. So you got to learn from it. You got to take it with stride. But I thought we came back Monday morning, and I thought it was a really good compete level for our guys. And there's a lot of competition. We split the practice up into 2 teams and pretty much let them go to war. And so for us, we had a good bounce back. It's been a good week so far. We just got to finish it strong and have a good weekend this weekend.
Some of the film I know you're going to go back and watch about Saturday night. That goaltender, Nebus, for Casper, faced 52 shots. Yep. And if I've learned anything about the Pueblo Bulls over the years, it is that Nebus is going to look great in red and black by the time February rolls around and you pick him up for a late playoff push. Caps off, Casper, sell him while he's hot. Just kidding. But, Coach, obviously, tons of film to look at. A bunch of film on 2 guys that we're going to talk to tonight. Talk about that connection from Minnesota. You got a lot of Minnesotans on the team this year, but not a lot that have played together. And luckily you have that connection in a couple of guys we're going to talk to here. Scherber to Schultz, and then old Schultz picks up Rookie of the Week. That's got to feel good to hang your hat on 2 Mountain Division Players of the Week. Obviously, Brownie taking home the Defensive Player of the Week honors. Just production on both sides of the puck. How impressive were some debuts from some of the guys you saw this weekend?
Yeah, they were awesome. It's always special to have guys at Players of the Week. It's not just obviously we recognize them as a team, but the league sees it, the division sees it, and it's good for them to have their individual accolades. But to be honest with you, it's not like they're shorthanded or unassisted goals. And so there was help behind them. They both played really well. That is one line. You add Woody in there. That is one line that I think since training camp we have not touched. They have been together since training camp. Just doing our research and homework over the summer, Marty and I, we pinpointed these 3 that if you had the opportunity to get all 3 of them here, that it would be an awesome line to put together. And I mean, you see it. It's kind of all the hard work you put in the summer. It's kind of coming to fruition, and you see it in and out every day at practice, in games. They're all 3. They're all 3 kind of goofy. They all have their quirks in certain ways, but when it comes to hockey and wanting to be the best, they're definitely determined, and they work well with each other. They communicate. They play well. They feed off each other. You got the speedsters with Schultz and Scherbs, but you get the puck to Woody, and there's an 80% chance it's in the back of the net. So they feed off each other really well, and we're extremely happy to have them here in Pueblo.
Let me ask you 2 questions on this. Are you as relieved as I am not to play Casper again? I'm kind of sick of the Warbirds right now. But also, do you think it's unfair advantage for you guys this weekend playing against a bunch of children? Because they're minors that are coming in, right?
They're a way better team. They're a way better team. They're a way different organization than what we saw in the past.
But they're still all underage.
Yeah. They're a good team. They're a good team. They have full new uniforms, full new coach. He's a younger guy that has an understanding of how to control a team. New GM, and so they brought in a bunch of new guys. They're a completely different team, and they work way harder than they did last year. So it's going to be a good test. Am I happy that we're not playing the Casper for another game? Yeah, I'm excited to play somebody else, I'll be honest. Get a little new blood in here and see what it's about. But I think these guys are excited. Again, we're game 1 of week 5 or week 1 of week 5 of straight home games. So you still got to do your job. You still got to get points here at home. And it's a big part of our season, right? You understand of going on the road, 14-hour bus rides, 10-hour bus rides back to back. It gets long, it gets hard. We have the hardest travel in the league in the NCDC, and so you've got to take advantage of these points at home, and these guys understand that. And I think we're definitely ready to play somebody else. That's for sure.
Coach, final question before we let you get out of here and enjoy a bullpen lager. This weekend, it's easy to look at the stat sheet, and a couple of names jump out at you, but Mario and I were talking all weekend about guys that didn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but made their impact known across the whole weekend. A guy you were maybe most impressed with, or a guy you're excited to see for the first time this upcoming weekend?
I'll drop a little news. We actually got Quinn Metzger back. And so he...
News flash, come on.
So we're excited to see him in the lineup this weekend. I think he's gonna help us here on the top lines and continue with the speed. I mean, you guys know his play. He's flashy with the puck. He can score. He's a little scrappy at times. And so for us, we're excited to have him back. He's going to be a big part of our team. And I think he's going to contribute right away. I don't think it's going to take him any time. He's been playing hockey this whole time, competitive hockey, and so just a quick little travel for him to get here, but I think he's going to be ready to go. And he sent me a text. The last text he sent me is, I can't wait to get back to P-Town. So he's ready to go. We're ready to have him, and it's going to be exciting to have him back.
Breaking news, and if you weren't here on Bruise Day Tuesday, you had to wait till this dropped to see it, but just make your plans next week and be here a little bit earlier.
Stop being losers and nerds and staying at home and watching this on social media.
Because then you get to be a part of the round of applause for our Period 1 guest, Bulls head coach Chris Wilhite. Coach, thanks as always. Best of luck, man. We'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, thank you, fellas.
Bulls fans, Period 2 and Period 3's guests have been spoiled, but in what order? Stick around and see it on the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, Period 2 time, and we spoiled the surprise, but you didn't know which one. If you were thinking critically, you would have known that one guest would have set up the other, because that's what happened all weekend at the PIA and Event Center. Give it up for our Period 2 guest, Landen Scherber. Sherbs, is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
How are you, man? Welcome to the pod.
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. We're happy to have you here. Even more happy to have you in Pueblo, lighting up the ice. First junior experience this weekend in front of an electric crowd at the PIA and Event Center. How did you enjoy it? How was your first weekend playing hockey in front of the best fans in junior hockey?
Yeah, no, Friday night was a blast. The whiteout was a cool experience for sure. The fans definitely showed out. Saturday night, I know we let them down a little bit, but fans showed out again. I'm expecting for the rest of the season as well.
Now, junior hockey, brand new to you, but hockey in general, not so much. You played in the hockey capital of the world up in Minnesota, 4 years at Monticello High, and kind of lit it up over there, and you have not let off the gas pedal at all. I think it was something like 62 points last season in 28 games. I know, I do my research, but 2 points a game, lighting it up in high school, and then you kind of did the same this weekend. Talk about your hockey experience. What kind of play do you bring to the ice, and how good did it feel to see that translate to your first junior weekend?
Yeah, I feel like I got a pretty, just overall, very sound game. This weekend, Schultz was able to tuck a few assists for me, but full 200 feet game. I just enjoy playing hockey. That's all I know.
Now, what's the agreement? Because obviously he is nothing without you. He is not the rookie of the week without the assists from Landen Scherber.
Are you getting a little love? Is he paying for your dinner tonight for the help?
No.
That's messed up, man. Do better. Let me ask you this. So, Tristan did his homework. He talked about your high school experience, but give us a little roadmap of how you ended up in Pueblo, Colorado, playing for the Pueblo Bulls.
Yeah. So around end of year last year for my high school year, I was reached out to from the coach and Marty as well. They're offering me a tender and stuff, and I did my research on Pueblo. It's a very nice city. Team was really good last year. I thought it was just an overall really good spot for me.
And when you say that Pueblo's a nice city, what is it that really sealed the deal for you to come here? What was it that was really enticing for you? There's a lot of good hockey teams out there that had success that they're after you as well, but you chose this community, and the fans that are watching, the fans that sit their butts in the seats, they want to know why you're their Pueblo boy.
I think just a chance to go across the country, kind of move away from home a little bit, go out west. It's really cool out here. I never have been really out of the state other than a few times, but I don't know. It's just.
And you got some good billet parents. You scored on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Old friends of mine, so I can say with confidence how good they are. But how is that transition? You just talked about you've not been out. You're not a worldly traveler. You're out on your own, basically for the first time, with new fans, new family, new teammates, new everything. What has that transition been like, and how are you dealing with it?
Transition's been honestly perfect. My family's been great. The team's been awesome so far this year. The vets are very welcoming, and I don't know. The locker room is something I've never been a part of before. Really, it's a very tight group. I'm just glad to be a part of it, really.
Now, you can tell the Bulls coaches, scouts, a little biased to Minnesota. I mean, there's something about the water up there, good at hockey, but it is a Minnesota-heavy locker room this season for the Bulls. Now,
it's like 50-50 Michigan, Minnesota.
And Colorado.
Yeah, there's some Colorado sprinkled up in there.
Give the state some love a little. But I want to ask you about that. Obviously, played with a couple of guys before, but how many guys have you crossed paths with? Who have you played with in the past that has come to Pueblo and said, yeah, that's the place to be? And what has that been like, knowing there is definitely a strong Minnesota connection?
I don't know if I knew any Pueblo players from before, like in the past years I've played from past like high schools I've known, but I know, all of the Minnesota kids that are on the team now. Most of them I know. I've heard of all of their high schools before. It's a very tight, Minnesota is just very, like you guys said, it's the hockey capital, really. You just know
It's
know
the
everybody.
state of hockey.
Yeah, it's the state of hockey. But Schultz, I played with growing up my whole youth, in the summers and stuff, and our teams competed, and same with Woody, the other winger on my line. We were rivals throughout high school, so.
Do you play in the tournament?
I did not. His team beat my team every single year. But
right. Okay.
Yeah.
You always have to ask because that's like a badge of honor.
Yeah. No, unfortunately not. But we had to settle some beef. But we're cool now. Me and Woody.
Well, it's cool to settle the beef, but Mario and I love the beef. We are like an Arby's stand club up here because now we're going to give you the chance to create a little beef between you and the other Minnesotans or Coloradans or whoever on the team, because now we've had 2 weekends of hockey. Yeah. And you've gotten to see just about everybody skate. You've gotten to see just about everybody pass. You've gotten to see everybody try to score. I'm going to give you a chance to call out early in the season who's the most surefire shot on the team.
It's got to be Woody, I think. He's just got his shots powerful. He's got pretty good accuracy on it as well. I think it's got to be Woody. Or maybe if we're talking defense, I like Cha. Parker's got a good shot as well. So.
We liked what we saw from Parker Shaw this weekend, inaugural guest of the Around the Horns podcast. But we also saw some great passing from you. If it's not you, who's the best tape-to-tape on the team this year?
Schultz up there. I'd say Clarkey. Those are the top two, I'd say, for sure.
Now, the easiest question to answer for most guys is the next one coming up. We already know who the toughest guy on this year's team is. MJ gets the honorable play of the weekend, lights the dude from Casper up, and he wanted some more. On the opposite side of that spectrum, Scherber, who's the softest player on this year's team?
Oh, gosh. I don't want to hurt any feelings. Yeah. Evan Long.
Whoever's not going to make the team much longer, that's who you drop.
Evan Long. Evan Long, softest kid.
Soft. Spelled with a W, too. S-A-W-F-T. Soft. Okay. I'm going to let you dig yourself out of the hole now. You can talk smack on the boys. The one thing you can't talk smack about, the fans. Showing up here early for the game. We got to do a little Bulls on parade, brought that momentum into the PIA this whole weekend, and we're going to do it again this weekend, and then again next weekend, and again the weekend after that. It is a packed month of hockey, and you get to do it right here in front of the home crowd. Give them a little juice for this weekend to get up and come see you guys beat the Rock Springs Miners.
Bring it, Bulls fans. Let's go, Bulls!
Jeez, carry us out of period 2. Make some noise for our guest, Landen Scherber. Love it. Love the energy. Let's see if we can top that in period 3 on the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, period 3. Time, and we are talking to the reigning, defending, undisputed Rookie of the Week in the NCDC Mountain Division. Bulls fans, give some love to our period 3 guest, Blake Schultz. It's pretty good, Schultz. How are you, man? Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, doing great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. Obviously, even more glad that you're a part of this awesome team, starting the season off hot. A great weekend for you. Talk about how good it felt to wake up to the news. I don't know if you woke up, if you're on that Hoffer schedule or not, but Either way, seeing the news midday, Rookie of the Week in your first week here in Pueblo. How good did that feel?
Yeah, it was a pretty good feeling. It was a great weekend of hockey, and couldn't do it without the line mates and the teammates, so it was a pretty good feeling, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Junior hockey, nothing new to you. NA3 last year, a little bit of fun hockey, and then you make your way over to Pueblo for the first time out of Minnesota. Obviously, a ton of history playing the game. Talk about what growing up playing the game looked like for you and how your journey led you here to Pueblo.
Yeah, growing up, our hockey in Minnesota, we had a co-op, so we had a bunch of different schools together that combined to one hockey team. You know, we just played. It was a little challenging because we're different schools, so we not really on the same schedule always. But it was great. You know, always make new friends, and played high school too. So high school was pretty awesome. And then played before at Granite, and then I went back to high school. So our high school was pretty good, and it was always fun.
Let me ask you, let's go back to that Rookie of the Week accolade. You just gave a shout out to your teammates and your line mates. But, you know, we identified you very early on and decided we needed to talk to you during an intermission. And so we kind of gave you the Around the Horns Network bump, and we're getting no love here. What is that about?
No, like absolutely. You guys are the reason that the third period was good. I mean, just that interview was incredible. I mean, wouldn't have been here without you two.
That is what we want to hear.
Unpaid sponsorship is what we're all about. But I also want to ask you about Saturday, Schultz. You had 2 goals in that game, and the chance, you were 6 inches away from not only kicking it into another round in the shootout, but getting a hattie for yourself. Production-wise, obviously a really good weekend. Ended up this much short, but how much momentum do you feel like that started the season for you, and how do you carry that into this weekend and just really keep the train chugging?
Yeah, I thought it was a great start to the weekend, great start to the year too. You know, just being able to, get some points on the board and then kind of just carry that into, what you can do next week and just take it week by week and do what you can do.
And then let me ask you too, with everything that's gone on this past weekend with the hockey game, and we did the 7th man for the first time. We got the whiteout. We talked about that. What is it about Pueblo that has really taken you by surprise as far as walking into the arena and you're just like, I did not see this coming?
Yeah, first of all, I just think the community around here is great. I mean, we got here the first week and it was a state fair, and just a state fair parade kind of you could just see what the community was all about. So I thought that was really awesome. And then the exhibition games, we had still a 50% crowd, and I still thought I was rocking. So this weekend was pretty awesome to see it 100%, and it's awesome to play. Our atmosphere is incredible.
So are you like Coach Chris and I? We're like sick of seeing the Warbirds. Are you looking forward to taking on a new challenge?
Yeah, I'm really excited to play a new team. I mean, 6 times against the
six straight?
6 or 7
Yikes.
times against
Yeah, that's rough. That's
yeah.
rough.
But
And
really
I-
good to be a new team.
And I got to give you props too, because you talked about coming into Pueblo. First thing is the going to the Colorado State Fair, and you didn't like shit talk us because you're from Minnesota, and everyone knows the Minnesota State Fair is the bar in which all other state fairs are measured. So thanks for taking it easy on us on that too.
Yeah, no, for sure. State Fair, Minnesota, it's pretty incredible, but Colorado does it pretty good too. So
I also want to put it into perspective for Bulls fans, and maybe you never thought about it this way, Schultz, but a packed PIA and event center. Do you know what the capacity at the rink is?
not exactly. No, I have not heard.
Just a little over 1,100.
Okay.
Your hometown, New Landen, where you grew up in Minnesota. You know the population of the hometown.
It's about the same. I will say it's about the same.
There's
so.
as many screaming fans for you on a Friday and Saturday night than your entire town combined.
Yeah.
What has that adjustment been like? Obviously, you get to play in bigger cities, and there's a ton to do out in Minnesota, but really being from a small town, I think we talk about Pueblo being a small town, and there's 130,000 people and enough to fill the ice arena that you grew up with. What is that adjustment like from a real small town to like a big small town?
Yeah, it's pretty different. I mean, at home you kind of drive around town and you know people's cars, you know, like pretty much exactly who everybody is. So, you know, driving around here, it's a little different, but, you know, it's always good to kind of adjust and get to a bigger city and meet new people and see new areas. So I like Pueblo a lot. It's awesome.
Now let's talk about the team for a minute, because obviously hoping to carry some momentum into another home weekend. You've skated with the same 2 guys the entire offseason, and Coach talked about it in period 1. There's no reason to break you guys up. It's been electric. He said you haven't even tapped the potential of Woody on the other side of you. How good does that make you feel? How confident are you in this point in the season with not only your line, but how well have you meshed with the rest of the guys on the squad?
Yeah, playing with the same guys, I mean, you just build chemistry, and it makes it easier when you're playing with the same guys every week. But yeah, like all the guys, I mean, everybody on the team pretty much makes it pretty easy to play with them, all the D, and so it's a great group of guys. But it's a little bit easier playing with the same guys every week.
But not that great, right? Like good enough to talk about how you're better than them when I ask you these next 3 questions.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah.
Like who the best shooter on this year's squad is?
I mean, Scherber said it. I mean, Woody's got a rip. I mean, I don't know if you can define that, but if we're talking D, Noggs has got a pretty good shot. I'd give it to Noggs too on the D end.
Okay.
That's a new one. Yeah, I like that take.
We're excited to see what he does.
He's got a sneaky shot. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you may be partial to the guy that set you up twice this weekend, but best passer on the team this squad?
I mean, yeah, easy answer, Scherbs, of course. But if I got to give it another guy, I think Monks has kind of got he sneaks the puck in some areas too. I think Monks has got he finds areas to pass to.
Now, I'm not going to get anybody beat up here. Longer's already coming for Scherbs this weekend, so I'm not going to make you answer the same question about who the softest player on this year's team is. But you've got 3 stud goalies, and between Woody, Dean, and Damaso, who is never stopping a puck off the stick of Blake Schultz?
I don't know. Like good somebody. They're all good. They're all solid. I got to shout out Damaso. I think I got Damaso.
Ooh, tough. And he's only 17, so you could probably beat him up.
Yeah. I don't know about that. He's pretty big. Have you ever seen him with the shirt out? He's jacked.
6'1"
He's a
and some
big
bills.
guy.
I mean nothing by that other than legally you could
he's-
probably beat him up.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. I'm going to give you a chance here as well. Obviously, Scherbs did a pretty good job firing the crew up here at Brews on a Tuesday night, but this is going to be on the big screen right before the 3rd period of your game, Friday and Saturday night also. The Bulls fans watching at home and the guys in the stands right now, what do you have to say to them?
Get up, get loud, and let's go Bulls.
Easy enough. Bulls fans, give it up. Period 3, Blake Schultz.
Thank you.
Mario, what are you doing this Friday?
I'm going to be participating in the Pueblo Bulls hockey game at the Pueblo Ice Arena and Event Center.
I'm going to be there too, and let's copy and paste it and call it a date for Saturday night. Get your tickets now. If you haven't already, visit PuebloBullsHockey.com or run down to the store on 4th Street and save me from Mario this weekend. But we've got an action-packed weekend against the Rock Springs Miners, their first time in P-Town, and the Bulls looking to capitalize on an exciting weekend. You can catch it all on the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns Network.